it's really hard to find the space. We definitely share with each other. And when it comes to collaboration, like, I have tried my best to work with others that can help us, gain visibility. Like, I have chosen the space show because not only that I think it's a great platform, but they really work with you and they really care about the community, and they hear your insights. And another thing that I have done, I also have like made like cross collaborations with the Paladin Punk. So if you visit, their their museum, you'll find a portal that will lead you to the Woman in Tech Museum. And if you visit us by the front of the museum in the back, we have a banner and we have a portal that you can go and connect to basically the Paladin Punks. And when I've been to a real life event, I feel like I am an ambassador of the Paladin Punks, that I talk so passionately about the Paladin Punk as it was the Woman in Tech Museum. So it creates connections, because either or I say, hey, Paladin Punks, the Woman in Tech, they can kind of find our community, and it has been like, attached and connected.
I absolutely love that. And you were the one who connected me with the Paladin Punks originally. So I just want to say thank you for that. They're an amazing community that I really enjoy a lot. We're going to hit up their museum next. So maybe we can go and use that portal that you were talking about, if it's the daytime museum. And wait. And then I wanted to also say that I have been a direct recipient of what you've got going on. You have pushed me and you have shared with me open calls and things like that. And that is why I remember to, apply to places like NFT NYC and NFT Tallinn and be in all of these amazing shows worldwide, because I know you and I have joined the Women in Tech Discord and I am part of the Women in Tech Museum. And I just want to say thank you. And if anyone in the audience would like to benefit from this amazing community, please connect with Vans, join the Discord, really get activated if this is something that you're passionate about. So I just want to say a personal thank you to you. Go ahead, Make.
Sorry about that. First of all, shout out Vojo, one of the illest and realest, running around with us today in Spatial, and I run around with them all the time on Twitter. Big love, fam. LM, I saw your picture up there, so if you do have a chance, I know you are busy creating the world, but we'd love to hear from you on the subject. I really can't get over how well this is curated. Honestly, like, this looks as good as anything I would do to go like personally and go have to a show. Like, such a big dap. I love the scripted names that you have under and pieces. Such a killer touch. The scale of the pieces into the room is truly unbelievable as well. So just wanted to point out, like, some of the, when you sit here and you try and build any of these spaces, fitting in the scale versus the artwork versus also how much depth you can have in the space. We only have so much, like, total resolution, so many triangles, so much space to make this work. I really can't get over how well you've used this space. LM, I'm waiting for you to come chime in, because I really do want to take a little gander at what you got hustling up here.
Well, I would love it if LM could grace us with her beautiful voice, but we are always aware and patient, because we know that LM is also a mom and a hardworking one at that. So if and when she comes up, we will love her and welcome her. But I do think we should hop over to the Paladin Punks, because we have Sneak Doctor on the line, and I want to welcome Sneak Doctor, and I want to dive into what the Paladins have going on. So Vans, can you take us to are the portals outside?
So actually, by the back, well, hold on, I was trying. So the link that is on the banner outside, it takes you to the paladinspunks.com. So you actually had to click on the website, because as of right now, they don't have like the direct link. So if you can share better the link,
I got you,
because they will go through extra steps.
Okay,
But
yeah,
thank
I'll
you.
post it in World, and then I will post it below. But I do want to hand the mic over to Sneak Doctor. And if you could introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and then a little bit about Paladin Punks. I know Vans did a great job, but let's hear it straight from you.
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, CC. We connected the other day in the Bendy event and chilled, and yeah, I'm here. Dope. Vans is amazing. I mean, yeah, I can't say anything else. She's amazing. She works very closely with Paladins, and she's very much, what Paladins is supposed to be and what we represent. Yeah, that's Fans more or less. So that's amazing to hear Fans speak, and I love the space and spatial. I'm not. Most of the time I'm like on cyber building and stuff, but spatial is really dope as well. Oh my gosh, this gallery is very dope. So congrats on that. Um, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I hear you
Got you
beautifully.
great.
You are crispy
Yep, you
clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, who am I? Yeah, they call me Sneak Doctor. That's what those letters stand for. I've been in the crypto for a while, in NFTs for a while. I've been degenning for a long time, and I've been through a good bit in this space. Um, Basically, more about how I'm in Paladins right now. The actual Paladin, the true Paladin, is Paladin Punks. She's currently in the U.S., moving towards the Beeple event, and yeah, she's more or less my, yeah, I could safely say, my mentor. Uh, in my experience in life and in the space, I have to honestly acknowledge the fact that I've learned the most from the females in this space in the last few years, um, especially like patience, looking towards the future, vision, building. Yeah, these are yeah, very very important things that the Paladin punks. Marika, who is Paladin. Her name is Marika, so I'll just say Marika from now. Marika really inspired me to, get involved in building in the space instead of just, degenning. So that's basically where I'm from and who I am and what I'm doing now within the Paladins community team. Is, yeah, we build a lot in on cyber, and we're trying to like create as much experiences as we can to create a safe space, like Fans already explained. There is need for a safe place to come together and just chill and just forget all the the floor price is not a thing. It's not a word in our space. What we're doing, this metaverse, we're all about community, bringing people together, art. And Vance gave a great example just now, like the Paladins portals. We try to connect as much communities together by way of the portals that we're using. So that back and forth is really interesting. um Paladin punks inspired by the 100 Genesis punks, which Fans again is one of. So like we have a V1 collection right now. Okay, so it basically starts with the Genesis punks. They're all based after actual badass females in Web3. And these are not just, females, they're badass females in Web3 builders. They inspire, they nurture. All of these words I've heard mentioned in this space right now, and it's yeah, it lights me up. It makes me feel real good about what we have going on. So yeah, the Genesis punks are basically based after them, real life. They're model, like after them, their pictures and those traits that were used for the Genesis punks, the 100. We created 2,320 female V1 punks that are generative. So the traits from the original Genesis punks are used to make a generative collection, which is randomly generated punk PFP, and they look really nice. They're very colorful, they're bright, and really appealing. So as far as the NFT PFP art, that you can check it out on OpenSea or visit our website, paladinpunks.com, and there's links to all of our galleries and portals. We host several events. We love hosting events. We recently had a Rhino event for Rhino Day, a Bindi Foundation, where we presented art provided by the Vortex community, of which Johanna is a member of. Several of you probably know Johanna. Wonderful hosts in the spaces. They also have their own Vortex gallery in the Metaverse, and I know it's so beautiful that all of us, are connecting in this Metaverse, and they're not all the same, but we're still there together. So yeah, it's working more or less. So yeah, I'm talking a lot. If anyone has any questions in between, please interrupt. Go ahead.
I'm in. I'll tap. How you doing? First of all, nice to meet you officially. Make here.
Thank you.
Um, so I got a few questions. One, I've seen that 101 that's on the wall from Cece, so I'd love a little more updates on that. I think you absolutely crushed her 101 first and foremost.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
Definite dub right there, and Vans as
Genesis.
well.
Yes,
Totally killer.
Genesis.
So first and foremost, I appreciate the support you've given people. I truly appreciate this space in On Cyber is also fantastic. So I just have a few questions, starting with did you guys build this? And I mean, because you've done an incredible job as well of like taking scale of a really big world and filling it with the emotions and things that come with it, So I'd love to know a little bit more on the build and then how you incorporate the artists around it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, first of all, in order of yeah, who gave the opportunity on Cyber? A lot of you are familiar with On Cyber. They've provided this wonderful platform for us to basically initially it was to present art in. There were small galleries and not much functionality, and later on they kept updating and updating, and now we're at a point that it's amazing. They've recently released a world builder. You can go in there and basically create your own structure. So as far as our structure is concerned, it's been created by I call him the architect of Web3. His name is OX Wolfgang. um, Wonderful guy. Yeah, he basically built the foundation for all of our galleries. We have a main gallery. It's the Paladin Punks Day Museum. So I don't know which gallery I'm in right now. We have several. So if I'm not sure which one you're in right now, please help me out.
We're in the Day Museum that has been bespoke for the Rhino event, because I was
Okay.
really excited about that, and you guys had a great turnout, and it really is for a great cause, and it hit my heartstrings. So I kind of wanted to hear more about that, and then also what you guys are talking about right now. So I'm running around the gallery looking at all the amazing art that was auctioned off.
Okay, great. Okay, we should share a link. I don't know if anyone who else is joining. You can go to oncyber.io/Paladin Punks. That's the gallery that we're currently in. Okay, so basically, where's everyone right now? Let me see. I'll teleport to CC.
Yeah, I am. Look, I just left the one little gallery. Oh, and there's bio, and there you are.
Yeah.
And I posted the link in the Jumbotron if you guys wanted to
Dope.
join us. Yeah, as
Dope,
well.
dope. Yeah, excuse me that I haven't done that. I'm not so handy with the Jumbotron. I
That's
usually speak.
okay. I got you, boo boo. We're
Thank
all
you.
here. We're all learning together, and I'm just really excited that you're here with us today. So please take the mic. Keep
Yeah.
doing your thing.
Yeah, so this particular gallery that we're in right now, this is more or less like our main gallery, and we customize it often based on the event that we're hosting. Currently, this environment is created for the Rhino event. So what Wolfgang does is he basically builds the structure. So like the main buildings, the blocks, the stores, the club, the big discotheque we have here, all the portals, those fixed structures are built by Wolfgang. Basically, the gallery is one GLB file for those who are familiar with these terms. It's created and it can be deployed. As far as the art and the rhinos as well and the trees here, have also been deployed as a complete gallery. And we can change this anytime. Today it's like this. Tomorrow we could be on the moon. The day after we can be on the water. It depends, and that's all thanks to the skills of OX Wolfgang. And we have a portal to him somewhere here, so you can hop in there somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, but yeah. Oh, Women in Tech. Here's a Women in Tech portal. So yeah, if you're ever in our gallery, there's always a alleyway going to Women in Tech, and we have also the punk communities here. We have Link by Art community here. We also have the Vortex, CryptoPunk pairs we have here as well. As you can, obviously our collection is based off the CryptoPunks. It's very important for us because it all started with the CryptoPunks, and a lot of new members in the space, participating, don't really know exactly where this came from. The OGs do, and it's important for us to educate that piece of provenance that's there. So that's at the heart and soul of what the Paladin punks are about. The 2,320 generative punks that we have basically symbolize the 2,320 women that were missing from the original CryptoPunks collection. So we tied that together there very nicely for the ladies in the space. We also launched our project on the 23rd of February, symbolizing the number 232 for the amount in the V1 collection that we have right now. And you can see on the walls here as well in the store. We have a store, and we have some one-of-ones here, some community members here. We also have like our different. We have the min pass that we have. So if you have a Paladin Punk min pass, that's very important. There's the opportunity to have a bespoke V2 punk later on for those who hold a certain amount of Paladin punks. You can trade those in for a bespoke punk, giving you the opportunity to customize your PFP if you want. And any questions in between, because I can speak
Yes, sir.
all day.
I'm gonna jump back in. So this build, right, that you have in on cyber that we're in now is about the white rhinos. Could you just talk a little more about that and what happened at the event and what was the overall point to make it happen?
Yeah, for sure. Johanna spearheaded this event as far as like the part that I was supposed to take care of and oversee. Paladin punks, Johanna, they came up with, okay, let's host this event in on cyber so we can also broadcast some videos and messages from the actual foundation for where Bindi, the adopted rhino, is. I wish Johanna were here. She could explain this more better than I, because she and Paladin basically set up all the art. There was some AI art that was auctioned, and all the funds from the art went to the Rhino Foundation as well. You'll have to hook up with Johanna to get the exact details of how that is. So
Okay, so just a quick follow-up. Did you guys have a DJ or was there a video project?
Oh yeah.
Who came through? Give us some deets about how it all went down.
Oh yeah, for sure. We had speakers, of course. Everyone got to speak. We got to look at the art that was presented here on the walls. It's so big. There's so much to explain at the same time. I'm sorry. We had some videos. We had some messages. We had some. You can basically like broadcast video in here. So if I have like a certain file someone sent for me, or maybe like a YouTube video, you can just like open up a screen and broadcast it in this space. It's pretty easy. We had some speakers. We had some music, of course. We always try to end our events with some good music. Basically, if we can keep it within like 2 hours, it'll be like like an hour. Some speakers and then some videos and present some art, and we try to get like the last half an hour some music going. I hope I answered your question like that.
Yes, sir. And then
Perfect.
do you have any feelings about building with the current world builder in on cyber just at all versus maybe like a spatial and uploading that GLB file? Do you guys ever take that, base GLB and then put it in spatial as well just for an option? Or Is there any certain allegiance, since we're all from different metaverse or places finding our home? It's always great to catch that alpha.
Oh yeah, I think that's a great question. Currently, yeah, we build a lot in our cyber, as you know, most that's what we basically advertise. And as far as like allegiance, I wouldn't call it like an allegiance. It's basically something for us that's working right now, as far as the flow and the vibe is, how we're moving as Paladin Punks. We meet people, we meet individuals, we meet artists, we meet creators, and it just, flows in a certain direction. And at this point, that direction is on cyber. We like on cyber, we like building in on cyber, we like meeting in on cyber, we like playing in on cyber. As far as the world builder goes, um, I prefer to give a true architect the opportunity to create an environment for us, so we can focus maybe like on something else. As far That's my personal preference. As far as like moving the gallery to spatial, yeah, I'd love, of course. I mean, we try to move this gallery as much metaverses as possible. Yeah, for sure. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. I just also wanted to thank really quickly my youths for stepping up and coming through. Some of my favorites in there. We got Poco, we got my Crowns family. Let's go. Big love. We got Mew in the building. If y'all don't know, Sinful is here. He does a great show this evening in Decentraland. Just a quick dap dap. He interviews some of the most exciting people in Web3, gives them a stage. We've all had a chance, or at least some of us, to be on board. I also want to take a quick shout to our sponsor, our stream. If you're watching live right now, Little Brother Bio, Meta, and Vita TV has got us jumping through the metaverse on. He'll probably come up in a minute to let you know how many places we are currently live in, but we just wanted to say thank you to him, and I'll let Cece introduce some more fam. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. I do want to say hello to all of our loved ones, our friends and family sharing their time with us today. I see a Ghost Rider. You have been in and around. Vojo, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you coming in world with us and rocking. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy when we can get new friends in the house. We've got our Haikun fam. What up? I am so excited to feature you guys next. Speaking of which, I do want to welcome Spatial Engineers to the stage. They are the recent winners of the Blockade Labs Skybox Challenge in Spatial. It was a huge win and they deserved it 1,000,000,000,000,000%. Because this world, hands down, is breathtaking. So I do want to hand the mic to our next guest, our final guest for today. I don't know who's behind the PFP, so introduce yourself, my loves.
Hi, how's it going? It's Danny. Usually I'm the one I'm the one usually behind the PFP. So yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate the space always. And I appreciate that introduction. Like honestly, it was a very tight build in terms of like a delivery, but then we accomplished something very dope, and we're glad that we were able to win that prize, and we're definitely making use of that membership to create like endless skyboxes for the next year.
Oh, wow. You guys won like a premium subscription to Blockade Labs?
We actually won a Techno Wizard subscription. That's a full year of everything access essentially for Blockade Labs. So we have now access to all the beta features they'll be dropping. So that's gonna be very fun. Like recently they mentioned that they're gonna be doing 3D skyboxes, like moving skyboxes and such. So we're gonna have access to that as soon as it drops to get into Hikun's world or any world that we have. But yeah, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Hey, why don't, first of all, GM, my friend, great to catch you again. Looking forward to all the building we're doing together as well. But why don't you introduce some of these people that haven't heard of Blockade Labs before? Why don't we give a little update and information? What is a skybox? how this Skybox contest happened, because I don't know that everybody knows the Skybox
Let's go.
implant.
Let's go. So yeah, essentially, a skybox is the background for your experience, like for your 3D experience. So the skybox is a 360 image that goes around your experience, like in a bubble, like a circle. So essentially, once like to create a skybox, there's a variety of ways that you can use it. But Blockade Labs is a very fine AI tool for you to generate AI skyboxes. So essentially, when you're like to use Blockade Labs, it's a right now it's a free to use software that has membership plans. So if you're not a member of the Blockade Labs ecosystem, essentially you can generate up to 15 skyboxes a month for free, and then they'll have like a watermark that says it would generate it. It literally says remove this watermark with any premium subscription to Skybox Blockade Labs, which is just a watermark that you see at the top and the bottom of your build. But then essentially, outside of that, and there are other memberships that give you certain access to other types of AI, to other styles of AI, I'm sorry, and to more generations and to faster generations, as well as to downloading different formats. So essentially in Blockade, you can generate skyboxes for both spatial, you can generate skyboxes for Roblox or different environments, because at the end of the day, every Unity experience will have a skybox, or will have something that needs to surround it to add that final layer of context to the space. So when you, by the way, please don't spawn all the vehicles at the same time, because it might crash for someone. I'm just letting.
I
just saw
totally
someone.
just spawned like 3 hoverboards.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
that was
It's
me.
okay. Yeah, so anyone can use any of these. So just go into any of them that are on top and tap on them, and you can actually use them. But yeah, essentially the skybox for me is a very important part of the build, because it adds context to what you're doing. So right now, this skybox was actually generated before creating the environment, and that's why you see that the environment and the skybox have a lot of like synergy to them, because we actually built we actually generated this skybox on Blockade by going in there, and like as any AI, you just give it a lot of words. I gave it like trippy, like abstract, going like a very fluid structures. I didn't want any castles, any people. I didn't want any like spikes or mountains or any like, literally I just asked for it to be like hazy, like in a space, and then like in a void. And from there, I added 8 specific colors, which are the colors for the terpenes in Haiku's world. And this is what you see. We generated this mesmerizing skybox. Like I was very wowed by it, essentially. And then from there, we started building this whole thing from the skybox in, essentially. But yeah, go ahead.
Dude, I have tried. First of all, congratulations on the win. I have tried myself to make some skyboxes. I've never had something so immersive and full. I might have added magic mushrooms to the conversation, but whatever, dude. The What a super dope environment. I love the hoverboard too. How do you, just for anybody who might be jumping in here or watching online as I drift through this, Wonderland experience, how do you use the hoverboard? And did you make the hoverboard kind of like in reference to the Blockade Labs piece?
No, so essentially, the everything else that you see in here is part of Haikun's story. So right now, we are the creators of Haikun, and then essentially in that project, we wanted, well, so with this environment, we're always thinking of creating things that have value, and that even if they don't amount to much, they give something to someone in a way. So when we first started doing the blockade challenge, with spatial challenge, we said, okay, if we don't win, what are we building that can withstand the competition, that can essentially, after the competition is done, we can still build upon that, because I don't want to spend time on something that I don't know if it's going to work in a way. As an engineer, I can't actually do that. I need to keep on iterating and making things better. So from there, we essentially just got very into the idea of building a dream for Haikun, essentially going into his mind, how would it look, how, like, what you can see in his mind, what's happening in the story, and then anything you see here is essentially his mind. You see terpenes, you see his friend, which is the robot head you see there. You see parts of his technology floating around, the names of the terpenes, the names of the games, and you also can change between several masks that we created as attachments that are tied to different communities in the space. So in our minds, even if this didn't win anything, we wanted to showcase how Haikun wants to unify communities in the fight against stigma. And that's what we did in this build, essentially. And then from here, the only thing for you to do is just fall or fly around. But then what's fun about this whole environment is that we use 4 key features in spatial that were the thing that made this space look as it looks. The first was using box volumes. Those are volumes. Don't summon so many. Hey, whoa. There's someone summoning a lot of the. Okay, there's someone summoning too many of them. I think it's Sneak Doctor. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
But
Sneak
then, okay.
Doctor, stop trying to rug us.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm just like, okay, press. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
So I'm
Like press
sorry.
OMG, can
once
I
and
say
it'll
hi to
spawn.
LMD? I see
Yeah, say it.
LMD in the space. I see you. I see Blockstone. Really love Blockstone, amazing builder. I just want to say hi to my Web3 baddies. Ah, okay, sorry, Danny, you can
It's
continue
okay.
now.
Yeah. But yeah. From here,
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
the things we use was essentially the volumes, which allow you to control what happens within a certain, like, as like volume. So once you go in that volume, we can have like the post processing overrides, and as you're flying and you get into that circle, into that sphere within that the terpene, you'll get a color filter applied to your screen tied to that color. You'll also get chromatic aberration, and then you'll also get a distortion effect within that bubble. So essentially, as you look outside of that bubble, things will look different and trippy. And as you go into that bubble, the skybox also changes itself. So you have a different image whenever you go into that bubble than where you're outside that bubble. So that's something we also integrated. We integrated actually 3 skyboxes within this same experience to give you 3 different contexts. We gave you the dream that has this colorful space. When you go into each terpene, you see a raccoon, just like being trippy, like a normal raccoon, like being trippy. And then when you're in the nightmare mode, you see something very dark, like it's like very nightmarish. So there's 3 modes to this experience, essentially. Yeah, go ahead, make.
Well, I would love to hear what Prism has to say on the subject, our co-host and co-leader of this family. But I think you're really illustrating well why you guys won. I think there were a lot of people who came up with something cool and they were like, hey, why not us? When and why? But the fact that you were able to incorporate different visual experiences through it is absolutely breathtaking, man. I mean, I set up mine to try and just paint it over, and instead you incorporated the skyboxes into the build. It's really kudos, my friend.
I
Appreciate it.
absolutely
Appreciate it.
love and appreciate and understand how amazing. Okay, whoever's spawning, you better
Yeah,
stop.
they're spawning a lot of them. Josh Garrett, please. I think it. I
Josh
think
is
we need
being
to add a
cheeky.
limit. I think we need to add a limit to how many I think you
I
can
think
spawn.
so.
I
But
believe we should be able to.
You
But
know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
appreciate the questions. Yeah.
Real
Yeah, so
quick,
oh
real,
yeah, what?
not to jump, but I think where they're getting confused with jumping onto the hoverboard. I think when you press F and it's kind of above you, at least in my case, we don't realize it's generating them because it doesn't, like, you don't jump on the board. So maybe
Okay.
there's something that just has that like spawn board point where it lets you
Mm-hmm.
know that it's one and done.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's actually a good idea. I can actually add a button or a
there
UI
you go.
element to spawn you one or the other, and then as you
Okay.
spawn it, deactivate it completely.
Okay, I have a question because
Go
we
ahead.
want to kind of tie in the real world impact that you and your spaces and your project has. So I know that you guys have been doing hybrid events, and I kind of wanted you to give us a little recap, a little sort of explainer of what your hybrid events look like, and you know the real world impact that you're having on the people that you're sort of onboarding.
Hell yeah. Like, I'm actually gonna look for a post real quick. We created like an animation when we did the last event. I'm gonna post it up top so y'all can see a little bit about how
Perfect.
our minds go. But
Yes.
essentially, yeah, we're creating right now in Puerto Rico. There's not a big movement in terms of the VR, AR tech space. Like there's a couple brands bringing it, and like there's a couple brands trying it out, but there's not like an actual movement. So in Puerto Rico, at least, anything that you see that's VR related usually is like an experience. Like someone built a VR world, like with VR video kind of thing. You put the VR, you take like the journey, but you can't actually move, be there. So that for me, that's more of a VR experience than an actual metaverse you can walk like through essentially. So what we're doing different is that we want to tie spatial to physical events by creating a layer of that event in spatial. So right now in the first official try that we had, we're calling them XRM events, which are mixed reality experiences. In English, it's RMX. MRX, I'm sorry. But essentially, with the mixed reality experiences, we want to bring that layer of spatial into our events and create an event where you need to go through spatial to get the full experience of that event. So the first time we did it was very troublesome, but then we still had people that did it because we had like a room at the back of the event, and only the people that had played the game or that showed that they downloaded the app and went into the game, only those people could go to the back side, like to the back part of the event until a certain time. So before 11 p.m., like for the first 3 hours of the event, if you hadn't gone into spatial, you couldn't go there. We didn't get a lot of people to go there in those first 3 hours, but then we still got like 5 to 10 people that downloaded the app, went there, and started talking to us. So it was actually better to have that filter using spatial because we weren't dealing with everyone that was going to the event. We were dealing only with the people that were interested in that layer of what we're offering. So with that, we essentially created an experience that was tied to the event. We uploaded all the art from the event to to.
Oh no, he rugged, but that's okay. Hopefully, they will be back. Are you back?
Can you hear me? Okay,
Oh,
cool.
there you are.
Okay,
You're
so
back.
essentially, and that experience, what we did is that we also the to create like to connect both worlds. What we do is that any branding that we have from that event, we make it into a metaverse. That metaverse represents the event from the branding standpoint, essentially. So once you go into that metaverse, what you're seeing is what you're gonna be seeing in the event, but you're also living within the ad that we generate for the event in a way. So what we want to build is something that once people see the ad for this space, or they say like, oh, there's an event, and they see Haikun running through a space, and that's the animation for the, like, let's say the announcement of said event in real life, we then say, oh, and you have the ability to go into that venue digitally and create your own content for the event. And then if you generate content before the event, we can give you a discount on your ticketing. We can give you essentially a free ticket for a person that comes with you. If you go into the game, you like the space and you play that game. So what we want to add is a layer of gamification to real life events that will make people take out their phones and use them. Most of the people are already using their phones in your events. So might as well be using it to tap into spatial, like get some coins, buy a ticket in spatial, and then show that ticket IRL so they can get a prize in your event. So that's our whole idea.
Ooh, I love it. It's spicy. I'm into it. I have a random thought that I'll save for later. It's for you, Vans. But Meg, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted a little clarification as someone who loves AR. Shout out to one of our affiliates, Amazing XR, for their XR help that we will share a promo code for you all if you want any AR assets. But are you saying, so you're saying you could use something in AR, right? Say a golden ticket or a Haikuns dancing to enter the spatial itself?
No, it wouldn't be AR, it would be from spatial itself. So what we're doing is that spatial becomes like the checker to see if you can get into that part of the event. Since that part of the event is fully integrated spatial and real life, we basically have projectors showcasing spatial. Like if you go into the game, you're gonna see yourself playing in our projectors because that's live. So that the whole idea is that when people go to that back room, they see themselves playing. Like we had a lot of people like kind of freak out for a second. They were like, "Oh, that's me!" Like, "Oh," like, and they started moving, and then they saw themselves. So that gives them the idea of being connected, the real world and the digital, if they are seeing themselves doing something. And like we actually got a lot of positive feedback with the experience because even though we didn't get like 100 people, the 20 some people that went to that event, to that back part of the room, like that went through spatial, were people that hadn't heard about spatial ever. Like they were not aware about spatial computing, AR, VR. They were very, very lost about it. And what we accomplished was that every person that went out of that event ended up with an idea on how they could use the technology for themselves, because something we educate on when we go to these events, our major focus is educating people on business models, on ideas on how to build your own thing. Like we had a marketer that went to the event and he was like, "Oh, what's the ROI? Like, how can I build this? How can I sell this to my client?" And I'm like, I started talking about there's no actual ROI at the moment that you can say, "Oh, this is like you'll make a lot of money." But then these are all the things that you get that are not ROI, but then you're investing still on all those things. So if you lower your investment in those things, like you're not making money, but you're not wasting money in a way. So we actually got a lot of people like to just understand the value of adding a digital layer to your brand, to your company, and just showcasing the power of the metaverse and spatial in general. In the next event, we are actually going to be doing one this week, actually. Thanks for asking, by the way, CC, because this week we're actually hosting another XRM event. It's called Misty Rock. It's basically a collaboration between two DJs here in Puerto Rico, and there's gonna be a live event happening in Puerto Rico, and we're gonna have the venue in spatial as well, running with like whoever wants to come in. But essentially, it's more to create visuals because for the most part, we've been using spatial to create content, and we want to showcase people. Like for example, if you're at a party, all the visuals, all the like screensaver visuals kind of thing, all the visualizers that you have for your DJ, that could be a live metaverse playing in the background. Because if you make a dynamic metaverse that's always moving, that's always doing something, you only need to stand there or have a custom camera looking at what you want to look. So that's what we want to also bring to these events.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing. And I really think that you've tickled some
Amazing.
noodles. Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it great?
Yeah.
We've tickled some noodles, given some inspiration. We've shared that Sneak Doctor's like, "Oh my God, I'm so in love." I can hear it in your voice.
Yes, I am.
But this is what it's all about. This is what Metaverse Monday is all about, bringing amazing creators together. Maybe they haven't bumped into each other's. Maybe your bubbles have not popped near each other before. And so this is amazing. And Vans, I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm going to ask you not to marry me, but I wish you could. But do you think we could have like a little bit of a concert in the Women in Tech Museum sometime? I think that would be fun. I think that would be awesome. Get some music in there, really liven the place up. But you can say no to me behind the scenes. And I just want to say hello to Buffalo. Speaking of amazing music, Buffalo is quickly becoming one of my favorite multi-meta maxi musicians and DJs. Sinful, I love you. Poco, so nice to see your beautiful PFP in this spot. LMD, I am rocking next to your amazing avatar. Was that a haiku too? Or was that your own like little cute little fox? I don't know. I am killing it with Ira X Labs beautiful emotes that I bought from her world. If you don't know Ira X Lab, you need to play her games. You need to get her assets because she has the most amazing emotes. I have this super cute like welcome, like hello emote, and then this really cute dance, the MIDI Punks dance emote that we got. So I just wanted to shout out Ira and your amazing emotes that I am using live on stream right now. Josh Garrett, incredible builder. I saw that crazy cyber nerd baby avatar. I really, really love it. But I do want to shout out the Metaverse 3 CJ Meta events, both partners with me in various capacities. So I think it's time to start wrapping it up. What do you guys think? Prism, make we do like a safety round. Everybody can have a few words because we have amazing partners with Vita TV and Biometa. We have the spatial engineers who we're hoping to get into bed with in a weird, not weird way. That sounded awful. Meg, take the mic.
Yeah, we're going to get a safe round going. How about that? Big love to Dave. Big love to my Utes, my Crowns family. I can't tell you how much I appreciate some of the Your Club pulling up. Vojo, great to see you as always. Josh Garrett, first and foremost, thank you for the ability for me to use my Kid Called Beast. Couldn't have done that without you, quite literally, because you did it. This is what this is all about, guys. It's about exploring what is possible in the metaverse, finding out what people are already doing and how we can keep building this out together, right? We all know there are limitations, but the biggest limitation is what people think and believe is already possible. We're pushing the boundaries every single day to make this a better place and a new way for us to really get going. So I can't thank you enough, Vans, Snideker, if I'm absolutely butchering that.
Sneak Doctor!
Doctor, that totally makes sense. My bad. I apologize.
That's okay.
Thank you to little brother, or who I like to call my little brother, Biometa, for getting this stream going and sending us to the moon. We'd love to give you a couple seconds. So we're going to start our safe round, folks. We're going to talk about what's happening this week in the metaverse and anything else you'd like to share. Priz, are you with us? Let's start with.
Don't tell my boss I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm still here. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you do, don't tell him. All right. And so hello. Thank you everybody who shared their space today. I love going to Women in Tech. That's a pretty awesome space. Like always, it's always fresh and new, and Vans are doing a great job. Like so consistent every freaking month. It's always something different. Or quarter. I forget what the frequency is, but yeah, like super excited about that. I didn't get a chance to get into the last one, but Snake Doctor, amazing always. The Paladin Punks, I love that space. Like it's, I love that I can sync dance in there. That's like the best. I mean, On Cyber has like one of the best dance moves. Like everybody can dance together. And I know that MIDI Punks, we went there. We hung out. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm super excited, and also to be there at the Beeple studio event on Saturday. Some MIDI Punks are going to be there with some Paladin Punks. Like, hey, why not? Let's go! And I hope you're having a great week. I will see you on the X Spaces. See you later.
Thank you so much, Prism. I won't tell your boss if you don't. So your secret is safe with me, my friend. I appreciate it. I want to pass the mic to Vans. Is there anything that's upcoming that you want to remind us about, or anything happening with you? Safety round.
All right. Thank you, Cece. I just want to say thank you all for, inviting me here for the highlight. This is what I'm trying to give on a daily, basis to the ladies, some highlights. And I want to say yes to you, Cece. Let's rock it. Another concert. Hey, Halloween is coming up. Wink, wink. So please visit the Women in Tech Museum. We only have a few days left for September takeover. We have amazing 30 new artists in there, and next month we'll have Secret Project taking over, and we'll have an open call for Halloween. So whether you're an artist or not, we also have AI's tool nowadays. You can maybe create some spooky art, submit it. If you're a woman, you're a man, we want to include you. We'll be using last year's Polygon Showcase environment for this year's Halloween. And like Prison said, we are going to be at the People Studio, the MIDI Punks, which I am proud to be part of. And Paladin Punks are going to be there. My PFP is going to be there. So if you're there, please take some photos. And with me, I recently showcased at the World Trade Center, the Oculus. And for my birthday, to celebrate big, I'm going to be showcasing my art and the Heart of Times Square billboard. So just stay tuned. I'll share the link so you guys can watch it with me and celebrate my birthday. So bye-bye, deuces. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Vans, for everything you do, for the person you are, and the friend that I found in you. So I absolutely love you. And congratulations on everything, because you deserve that and more. I want to pass the mic to Sneak Doctor, and then we'll do Danny, and then Bio. Sneak Doctor, anything that you want to remind us of, anything you want to tell us about you? Safety round.
Yeah, first of all, hi CC, thank you very much. Echt, yeah, amazing. Fans, amazing. Glad to meet you, Make. Prism, amazing. MIDI Punks. There's so much I can say and so much I can tell, but let's just, get to know each other moving forward the coming years in Web3 and coordinate and cooperate. And we're all one big community anyway, so it doesn't matter if we're doing this or that. If we can come together every once in a while and hook up and link up like today, yeah, that's value for me. So Biometal, if I'm saying that name right, the dude from who says Puerto Rico very nicely with the visuals, that idea is amazing. Like, yeah, I dig that for sure, for sure. Keep it going. Yeah, thanks everyone, and yeah, everyone who's going to Beeple. Yeah, gonna be glad to meet y'all there in person, and I think we're gonna come back home very much inspired. Thank you for having me today. Thank you.
It was a pleasure. You are always welcome in Metaverse Monday. Bring your friends. We'd love to have a deeper chat, maybe do some artist profiles, and really dive into the Paladin Punk community. I think that would be really fun. Danny, saved it round. Let's go.
All right, so honestly, just appreciate the space and the high vibes. We keep on building and we keep on showcasing how spatial is just awesome to work with. This experience was us pushing the boundaries of the visual aspect. So in the next couple of months, in the next month at least, you'll be seeing how we push the boundaries of the events and all that we're gonna be just adding our own touch to event spaces and all that, and everything we're doing we're gonna like try and share with everyone through our spaces on Tuesday. So actually tomorrow we have our space on at 6:30 p.m. EST, and every time that we're there we're just talking ideas of things you can do in spatial. So if you just want to get inspired, just go to our space and hear about all the crazy things that happen or are happening in spatial, and then we can get you some ideas. But yeah, appreciate it. It's 4:20. Have a nice day, everyone.
Yes. Could you do me a favor and pin your space to the top if you guys have it ready to go?
Appreciate it.
Thank you, love. And of course, we cannot forget our amazing new partner in crime, my friend, my beloved multi-meta maxi, Biometa. Safety round for you, my friend.
What's going on? The Metaverse Monday family. Hi, CC, make a NFT. Guys, get familiarized with those names because we are worldwide. 9 different metaverses, 45 parcels, and 25 social media platforms. We are currently live streaming right now. Anytime you guys come in here, just don't forget to look above. There will be a pinned tweet from either Make a NFT, Prism, or High CC page, including myself. All 4 posts will show you guys a live viewing of the Metaverse stream of Vita TV. That being said, for those that don't know me, Chris Gonzalez, IRL is my name, from New York City, Dominican, Puerto Rico, que viva la raza dominicana. Ya know what it is,
you
man.
just said I'm sorry, you just said Gonzalez, and I had to step in because I am Maldonado Gonzalez. So we family, like we family. So just throwing that out there.
Say word. Gonzalez, no wonder the vibes we clicked on right away, man. It's energetic, guys. Energetic. Shout out to Rollo, who's in the room. For those that don't know, Vita TV has partnered up with the Music District. Very big move there, guys. A very big move, guys. They have a lot coming for you guys soon. Till then, guys, next week, this week is episode 65, Virtual Worlds with a Purpose. High CC, Make an NFT. The 2 hosts with the most. Don't forget, check me out with you guys next week as well on streams. Don't forget, guys, this is where you want to be at, guys. Metaverse Mondays, episode 66 next week. It's going to be off the hook. Don't forget, tag Billy T Coin for episode 69. He needs to be here. He needs to be here. That being said, I love you guys.
You're so
I'll pass the
cheeky.
mic over, guys.
Thank you, Bio. I absolutely love you. Can I tell you, Vita TV has taken so much off of my brain and has made this podcast more fun for me. I absolutely love it. I got such great, like, professional production value. So many worlds, so many channels to tune into. I highly recommend it. And hearing that Vita TV and Music District are partnering up makes my heart want to burst with joy. I want to give both of you big squishy faced hugs, but I will refrain because, you know, sometimes people don't dig squishy hugs. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this 65th episode of Metaverse Monday. I really hope you enjoyed our chat with incredible builders and curators affecting real world change. If you missed the show, don't worry, we got you. The adventures have been streamed live to YouTube, Kick, and so many other channels across the metaverse. And if you would like to become a partner or sponsor of Metaverse Monday, please reach out to us. I'm High CC, Make an NFT, Prism Art NFT, and we can discuss the cosmic opportunities. Do you want to play us out, Make, with a little tune?
Yeah, I'll just again say thank you to all y'all who came to support and check it out and open your minds to what we have and what is possible. Thank you so much for our guests for dropping that alpha for us. If you guys haven't received a Decentraland wearable from me, please send me your wallets and I'll make sure to get you through to some of our upcoming events. Other than that, all I gotta say is enjoy your week. We're gonna close with Memories by Kubrick's and New Beat Order. Peace in the Middle East and everywhere else.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but I don't mind. It's getting
What?
Boo!
Still going. I was dancing.
but I don't mind. It's getting late, 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 but I don't mind. All the crazy shit I did tonight.
think that's all we got today, folks. It's been real nice.
It's been so real. Until next time, my loves, we'll see you in the metaverse. Kiss, kiss.
Bye.